What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. One Piece chapter 1053 is out. We're gonna read it, we're gonna review to it, we're gonna react to it. There's no cover story today. It's the thread is dedicated to One Piece Odyssey, which is out in 2 weeks, I think, something like that. It's out soon, in Japan specifically. So we're going jumping straight into the chapter. It's chapter 1053 titled The New Emperors, and it opens up in Morjwa. And it's saying, "What's the meaning of this photo? We never approved it, and I thought we told you to remove the D." So the Gorosei are giving out to someone on the phone, and it's a Marine saying, "No, sir, we weren't told about that. The photo was sent in by CP0's Guernica-sama." So we know the name of that CP0 member now. And the Gorosei are saying, "Reprint it. The world cannot be permitted to see this. We've been trying to contact the printers, but I'm afraid it's no use." They're saying, then cease distribution immediately. And Big News Morgan is kind of saying, what a mystifying appearance. All right, it's up to us to spread this around the globe. Cypherpole's transmission from Wano broke off right after they spotted Big Mom's ship. The gears of the world won't stop turning. I won't let their propaganda slide when the real story is this thrilling. Uh, it's like a live show I can't get enough. So, as we knew, Big News Morgan kind of working things behind the scenes, you know? The bombshell news of the defeat of the emperors at Big Mom and Kaido spread very rapidly around the world. The three captains responsible for ending their decades of dominion were all issued an extraordinary bounty by the government. Okay, we have Law, Kid, and Luffy's bounties. They're all 3 billion. What? Monkey D. Luffy, Eustace, Captain Kidd, and Trafalgar Law are now worth 3 billion berry apiece. Holy shit. Oh my god. 3 billion. Oh my god. So, suppose I should say, Luffy's wanted poster as well is obviously what they're all freaking out about. It's a picture of him in Gear Fifth, so it's like that first one where he's like laughing like this. Um, so yeah, they're all worth 3 billion now. Holy shit! And we cut to Udon, and it's I'm guessing Kid just saying 3 billion, and everyone's like, "Boss, Captain, that's amazing." Apu and stuff are like, "Hey, where did that oaf kid run off to? He had a funny look in his eye." And Killer's saying, "Gotta be to the flower capital. It's Kid we're talking about. There's only one thing on his mind. Let's follow him. I heard there's a festival today. Perfect. Let's celebrate." And Law saying, "Looks like things are getting complicated." Uh, and then we see in the flower capital the feast being prepared, and it's like, "We shall start with a course of cloud ear mushroom and crown daisy soup, then a plate of gisei tofu, followed by a bowl of lotus roots. We also have small sunamono dishes as a side. Oh yes, do not forget the tall bowl. Everything must be impeccable. These are not your run-of-the-mill patrons. Make sure everything is mashed and boiled properly and triple check for poison. Now then, time to serve. I put everything I have into this menu. It's truly a full course meal fit for a shogun. Please enjoy. It looks delicious. Oh, that's Jinbei just by himself at the feast. It looks delicious. Thank you for all your effort. I'm afraid the others couldn't wait the full 2 hours. From the sounds of it, they're really going to town out there, aren't they? Oh, so Jinbei's the only one who went to the feast because everyone else is already partying, I guess. Um, and they say everything's free tonight, and all this is outside, like someone saying everything's free tonight, and all the citizens are like free. Um, they've got shooting games and goldfish scooping. There's chocolate bananas, and okay, now we see it. So Luffy, Chopper, and Yamato are running through the streets of the flower capital with like food in hand, that they're all stuffing their faces. Yamato and Chopper both have like love hearts in their eyes. Chopper's just got two hands full of cotton candy, and Yamato's eating ice cream and squid. And Luffy's got like a bunch of different things, and they're saying yakisoba, takoyaki, look, grilled squid and candy apples, cotton candy too. This is my first festival. It's amazing. Wholesome moments. You love to see them. And Luffy's saying, "Woo, you go, Brook," and Brook is up on a roof playing, saying, "Yeah, listen up. This next number was a favorite of Brother Odin. It's called Moon Princess. Oh, it's Hiyori and Brook playing together." Um, Yeah, and everyone kind of looking from the crowd is like Princess Hiyori, and they're all like fawning over her. Then we cut to the castle basement, and it's Hitetsu and Robin, and Hitetsu is saying, "You like them, Nico Robin?" And Robin is saying, "Tengu-san, how do you know my name?" Uh, you're looking at my personal collection. They're my majestic Kakashi dolls. Cute, aren't they? Not really, huh? Why would your collection be down here? This was originally something of a secret hobby room for me, however. I ended up imprisoned down here for a number of years. Imprisoned? I thought you were a swordsmith. Who exactly are you? I took to smithing because I had talent for it, but it was always just a hobby. Governing is such weary work after all. What? God. So Hitetsu takes his mask off, his Tengu mask, and Robin's like, what? And I am Kazuki Sukiyaki, father of Kazuki Odin. What? So Hitetsu was Momo's granddad the entire time, who I thought he died in the flashback, and that's when Orochimaru took over. Or did he retire? I thought he died. What? Oh my god, this chapter is insane. Oh my god. Does Momo-chan know about this? He does not, and I do not intend to tell him. I would not be surprised if some of his retainers have deduced my identity. But how could I possibly show my face now? I am the one who allowed Orochi to come to power. Uh, did I say Orochimaru? I meant Orochi. Naruto's on my mind for some reason. Um, I was barely able to escape this room by the time I had. Odin was already dead and Wano had changed. I contemplated committing seppuku there and then. Tengu-san. It should be somewhere in this country. The ancient weapon, Pluton. What? What? Pluton, as in. So, in Alabasta, when Robin read that poneglyph as to the location of Pluton, and everyone was like, oh, it must be in the desert somewhere, but she's just not telling Crocodile. It was in Wano the entire time. What? At least that's what the poneglyph said in Alabasta. And he knows. Oh my god, indeed it is here. Former prisoner mine in Udon. In Udon. There's an explosion in Udon. Yeah, it's all overgrown by trees and flowers and plant life, and all the oh shit, this must be a green bull. We see inside the prison, and all the beast pirates are like speared by things, and they look like they're almost being like turned to liquid. King Sun, Queen Sun, what? So King and Queen are in Udon as well, and they're also being stabbed by the trees. Uh-huh. And they both look like they're being like trained, I guess. Hey, a post-diet physique doesn't suit me, you hear? Yeah, Queen looks very skinny. Um, Give it a rest already. At my rank, I'd lose face if I let a few commanders like you get the best of me. The Navy doesn't have manpower to waste on the mess you've left us. Not that I expected much of you bozos. Glug glug. Er. So this is Green Bull. We're getting our first look at him on the next panel, but so he's standing over Queen. He's draining them of their life force, obviously. The it's like branches coming out of his hand. So instead of a hand, it's just like branches and stuff, and they're wrapped around everyone and stuff. And he just has one stuck up through a barrel of sake, I guess. And it's like drinking the sake. And he says, "Ring ring." So he gets a call, and he drops the barrel of sake, and he's like, "Phew, that booze wasn't anything special. You should have let it age longer." Ring ring. We get our first look at Green Bull. Click. Hello, this is Yaim and Wano. Uh, okay. So this is interesting. He kind he so he has a plant-based devil fruit, as we know. By the looks of it, it is some kind of zone, I guess. Or else it's going to be a special paramecia. Um, I think anyway. Um, he's talking. He has a tattoo from here down. I don't know what it says, but something written down there. I can't read katakana or hiragana or whichever one it is. Um, yeah, he's wearing shades. He he has a samurai sword as well. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, his pants have flowers on one leg, and I will say I don't think he's going to be Zoro's dad, but I can see a similarity there. Uh, but yeah, he's very blunt. He's just like, yeah, I'm in Wano, bring a warship over, and the other person on the phone's like, oh, Ryokug, and he's like, don't tell Sakazuki-san what I'm up to. Got it, see ya, and he just hangs up straight away. So Navy Headquarters Admiral Ryukugu, his real name is Aramaki, which could he be from Wano? He could be. I've always dug his style, no half measures. I'm itching to get his approval. I can see it now. He's sure to give me an attaboy if I bring him this brat's head. Rahaha. So he's got the new wanted posters. He's got Luffy's in hand, like at the top of the pile, and that's who he's talking about. He's kind of set his sights on bringing Luffy in to impress Akainu. So we go back to the flower capital. Honestly, I will say his fruit looks very powerful, being if it can actually drain life from people. But at the same time, I do not think he can take on all the pirates, all the samurai, and the minks as well. I don't think he can take on everyone, like obviously. So yeah, we're going to the fire capital, and we have Hiyori and stuff performing, and one more time from the top to the Ninja Pirate Mink Samurai Alliance. Who's that? To the retainers Yakuza and the rest of Wano. Keep going. Way to go, you all fought great. We'll leave the toasting to you. Uh yeah, you're our chief rallier. Oh, it's Luffy is after climbing up on top of something. It was just a silhouette, so I kind of assumed it was Hiyori or something, but Luffy's after climbing up on top and he's kind of like, yeah. And so we get like a flashback. It's Momo kind of thinking, and it's like, don't tell anybody in Wano about me. But why? Because I don't want to be a hero. That's Luffy talking to Momo after the fight. He's saying, yeah, I don't want to be known as a hero. Don't tell anyone about me. So everyone just thinks it's just some random guy who's after climbing up on a roof and is like, yeah, let's go. And while that's happening, Kid kind of rushes in. He's like, Straw Hat. And Luffy's like, huh? And Kid's like, if I crush you here. And Luffy's just kind of like, Jaggy. And they just go up into the air and it's like, they've been lit. All right, here's to all the feasts to come. Here we go. And Luffy just kind of, Kid is like going to attack him. I guess if they both have 3 billion berry bounties and Kid beats Luffy, he has the kind of thought process that he'll have a even bigger bounty. Um, and yeah, so Luffy just kind of wraps his arm around Kid's head and pulls him in like, and they're like, here we go. Oh, and the fireworks are going off. And everyone's like, cheers, let's drink and party till dawn. And oh, this is actually interesting. So there's like a Luffy's on top of this thing, but then on like a lower tier, there's a bunch of drums, but they actually have the same like a Tomoe pattern as NL's drums on his back in Skypiea. So that's pretty interesting. A link to Skypiea. And we see all the we get a couple panels. So we get Sanji, Nami, Shinobu, Zoro, Usopp, Denjiro, Frankie, Raizo, Toko, Zakiku, um, and all the minks like celebrating. And we get samurai kind of like pirates sure are, oh, it's Hyogoro, and like the Yakuza bosses are like pirates sure are rowdy. This is the biggest and wildest festival I've ever seen. We see Kinemon, and I'm guessing that's his wife that I can't remember the name of. And we get Tama and Speed and Hamlet and all like Komachio and stuff in another panel celebrating, and Tama's eating an apple and drinking. We get the Heart Pirates, we get the Kid Pirates, and we get Kid and Luffy again. And Kid says, "I want nothing to do with this crap," and he kind of knocks Luffy's hand away, and he says, "See here, I came to kill you. I don't really know what's going on the outside, but." And Luffy's like eyes are popping out of his head like again, and oh, Kid's showing him the newspaper. They've announced the names of the new four emperors. What? No. 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 So the new four emperors are Shanks, Luffy with his Gear Fifth picture, uh, Blackbeard, and Buggy. So Buggy is now a Yonko. Buggy. Buggy. Um, I'll get back to that in a second because we're at the end of the chapter. So we see Green Bull saying they're really going whole hog on the music and festivities. Well, we Marines aren't in such a good mood, especially since the rest of the world is a real mess now. And so he's just walking to the flower capital, and as he's walking, the ground that was barren from Orochi's rule is just like springing flowers and trees and grass and stuff in his wake. So that's obviously how Wano is going to be restored to like a lush environment. Uh, yeah, so that's how the chapter ends. We have him just next to where Onigashima fell, just walking to the flower capital. Like you can see it from where he is. It's not very far, so he'll be here in the next chapter. But of course, the next chapter won't be for a month because One Piece is going on break, and it'll resume with the start of the final saga in a month's time. But yeah. So back to this. To specifically, well, not really surprised Luffy is a Yonko. I was kind of expecting it to be changed to like Goko and have Law and Kid both be Yonko as well. Um, I Buggy as a Yonko is kind of insulting to Law and Kid, I think. Yeah, I know like the whole point of Buggy's character is that he like fails upwards and it's a kind of a meme, but like I feel like this one is particularly insulting. Like, I didn't mind him becoming a warlord and stuff, but like when Law and Kid both actually took down Yonko between the two of them, and then someone who is on the outside, like we'll have to see why Buggy is being named a Yonko. Like, did he do something? Um, because if it's literally just like, oh, his reputation as a former member of the Roger Pirates, then that's just not it at all, I think. But yeah, I'll leave it there because as I said, we have to see like what's happening on the outside. That Buggy is a Yonko because if it's literally just that, it's insulting. But like, there's an actual reason for it. Like, oh, like, uh, Fujitora went after him and got messed up by like the people around him, and so he got the credit for it or something like that, then like fair enough, I guess. But if it's literally just like, oh yeah, he just was on the Roger Pirates and he was a former warlord, so let's do it, then that's cringe. Also, it doesn't show what his bounty is, but I wonder, does he have like a Yonko level bounty now? Also, Teach as well. Um, if Kid and Law both have 3 billion berry bounties, I would assume that Buggy and Teach both have higher than 3 billion berry bounties if they're going to be Yonko. The Blackbeard's was 2.25 billion when we went into Wano, so we'll have to see there. And Buggy's, I'd know it's probably like 100 million at most. So we'll really have to see what their bounties got bumped up to as well, which will be interesting. Um, yeah, other than that though, uh, great chapter. Luffy officially a Yonko. Um, what else happened? We had the full reveal of Green Bull and his powers. Well, not the full reveal of his powers, but the full reveal of him as a person. Um, we had, what was the other thing at the start? Oh, fucking Kazuki Sukiyaki being alive and being Hitetsu, and Pluton being in Wano. Insane. Um, and what was the one other thing we got? It was, oh yeah, the bounties as well. Um, I I'm like insanely good chapter, I will say. Mad cliffhanger. It, it's we're in the final saga now, so this will be post Wano next, I'm guessing. We'll get the fight against Green Bull. We'll get uh like the rest of the partying and stuff. And then it'll be on to, I assume, Elbaf. But like, yeah, that's an insane place to end for a month because I'm just I'm speechless. It has so many places to go, so many threads to tie up. Um, will we actually get to see Pluton? Like, what's the story there? Will we will we finally see our first our second ancient weapon? Like, what's gonna happen? And yeah, I just insanely good chapter. I cannot wait for the next chapter. It's a month away now. It's going to be the death of me. Um, yeah, if you enjoyed the chapter, leave a comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment down below. Let me know why you didn't. If you enjoyed the video, consider dropping a like. Consider subscribing if you want more One Piece content and more content in general. While the One Piece is on break, I have a couple of things that I plan on releasing. Health permitting, I've been in a terrible shape the last couple of days, so no promises there at the moment. But like, I literally have two black eyes right now, um, because hay fever. But yeah, insanely cool. I actually love this chapter. Um, yeah, so thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you next time. Peace.